What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Deja E.
And it's your boy, Dante.
And y'all already know we are back with another great episode of Culture or Clickbait, where we take the hottest headlines in music, sports, and entertainment, and we say if it's for the culture.
Or simply just for the clicks.
Yeah.
No clicks.
No noises. Inserts click.
But a little claps.
Yeah. And we are back. Welcome back, Dante.
Back again with the white buns.
Yes. Again. And if you don't know.
You too young.
And that's all we gonna say. Dante. We took some time off.
Yep.
And now we are back, new location. Yeah. Cue applause. Yay. Yeah.
Fog machine.
Yeah, literally all of that. I love that for us.
Now, we have been doing a lot of stuff though over the break.
We have.
Just recently. We had our Teens After Dark with the studio. How was that?
Yes. So that was actually very amazing. So for you guys that may or may not know, we do also work with teens here in Atlanta, a part of the city of Atlanta and Parks and Rec. And this week they had their week off from school, but we also had a week worth of events to occupy them during this week. And it was really, really cool. What I liked about this particular break in this Teens After Dark thing was it was at night. So that gave them like teen club vibes, you know, like teen gathering type of thing. And I think it's always great to have like a safe space for them where they're around adults that they can learn different things from and be exposed to different things, as well as just be around their friends and just kind of chill. So it was really dope. You got to work on content. I got to work on content with you. And then I also got to do makeup with them as well.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. Kind of like getting the kids together, trying to put the content together.
Yeah.
Really seeing like how creative their minds were.
Yeah.
But also how much they're like really, they know what they don't want to do.
They really
and they know what they want to do.
They do.
And that's actually like kind of, it reminds me of when we were like teenagers in high school. And I'm just like, was I like that? I was that headstrong? God damn. I see why I got in trouble.
I know I was for a fact. But I think that right there is powerful.
Yeah.
Something that I've realized is the teens actually flock to me very easily just simply because I give them space and opportunity to be themselves. Like, I don't hold them to being just a teenager and that alone. We could talk about stuff. You could talk about what you like, what you don't like, what you want to do, what you don't do. You are able to make decisions around me. I do not mind. Granted, there comes a time where I do have to tell you what it is that we're going to do. But I don't mind deliberating, and I don't mind like seeing where your thought process come from.
Right.
So it's really dope. And then we also had the guys in the gym as well with Trav and Reggie doing a podcast setup. So it was really, really dope. They were playing basketball in the background and all this other stuff while the podcast set was getting set up. And it was just really fun.
Yeah,
I like working with them.
It seemed like the kids really liked it too.
Yeah, they did.
Shout out to whoever made the food. It was pretty good.
Shout out to whoever be they food vendors, because one thing about it, they feed them kids. And they not feeding the kids like
they eating real
the
food.
average, they're not eating the average park lunch. Little cold
what we
sandwich.
had, the little sandwiches in the bag.
Yep.
With
might
the little
give you
quarter
a little
juice.
Yep, might give you a little mayo, a little mustard, and a little pack, and that is the end. Not them. They eat full course meals. They had spaghetti, they had chicken Alfredo, but they always have it decked out for them kids, and that is something that I love the most.
I love it, and no wonder the parents send them there.
Yeah.
Now, you guys, I know y'all missed us, so we are gonna come back and hop right into some of this news because we got a lot of what we say, fat ass and fuck shit going on.
Literally. Literally, that is the best way to sum it up. Now, before we get in these topics, let's just get them a quick rundown of some of the stuff that we will be discussing today in general. Right?
Yeah, so we got Ryan Coogler Award for Sinners.
Yeah, for sure. Then we also have the Michael Jackson biopic that we have to talk about, along with some of the
Sexy
stuff
Red and her
that
antics.
come behind that, for sure.
Nia Long and my boy Lorenz Tate meet up yet again for another romantic comedy.
Yes, they do. And then we cannot talk about anything this week without talking about 50 Cent and his rants.
And then we got a little something going on with She. If y'all don't know who She by whoever it is, we'll tell you.
And then we also have Jay-Z, who made sure he spun the block and gave y'all some OG music. So we're going to talk about that.
We got my boy Jaydon coming up through the streams. Like, my boy about to be big this year. We're going to talk more about him.
And then we have Atlanta Housewives with their new trailer and some new cast members.
And then to top it all off, Young Miami is back on the scene with another Tea Time.
Very good, Dante. Now we finna clock it off. You ready?
You ready? Let's hop right into it.
Yes, sir.
So, let's go ahead and jump right into it, shall we? Ryan Coogler. Now, if y'all don't know, Ryan Coogler just awarded the BAFTA award. Did I say it right?
He was at the BAFTA Awards.
The BAFTAs.
Yeah.
BAFTA award. Yeah, he won 3 actually. Biggest award. And he made history for it because he's a black man, first black man to get 3 awards for this specific award. So I think that was pretty good. Now, it was met with some controversy, so we kind of got to go into that.
For sure.
During the time after he did his speech and everything, what's my boy name? Michael B. Jordan. As he was speaking, there was a guy in the audience who kind of yelled out a racial slur.
Yes,
now,
Mr. John Davidson.
It said that, I'm going to say allegedly, that he had Tourette's. Now, in my brain, that's a PR mix, just kind of calm it down, but we don't know. All I know is you said a racial slur while somebody of my race was giving a speech. So in my eyes, it's still bad. I don't care if it was Tourette's. I don't care if it was another sickness.
So this is my thing,
Through
right?
the mind, out the mouth.
This is my thing about it. First of all, Mr. John Davidson, the guy who has the Tourette's, who was having the tics in the moment, more footage came out where he was ticking multiple times throughout the actual award show itself being shot. But a lot of the drama is coming out because everybody's trying to figure out why, if this is a pre-recorded show, did those things not get cut out? It's not like the show was live and they couldn't do anything about it. They actually had the power to try to make something happen, and they didn't. So that makes this a little sketchy. But for those of you guys who aren't aware of what Tourette's is, Tourette's does flare up in moments where tics are incited. It's kind of weird, and I get how it's crazy, but I went into a rabbit hole of a young lady who has Tourette's, and I
y'all
literally...
trying to say I got Tourette's, and I don't.
Yeah, we do be trying to say that from time to time, but no, this is the serious one. You have like a mild something. But I watched the young lady, and she literally was explaining how like anything from the smell of something to the sound of something to you seeing something to anything can flare up a tic. So I genuinely believe that tics are possible. 1,000%.
100%.
What I can tell you is you ain't coming to tell no black people that somebody screaming nigga in the back
Exactly.
is a tic. It ain't nothing. You could tell the black people in the room, we don't care about that.
I just need proof that the man got Tourette's, right? That's the first thing. And I also need to know that, what's your background? Because, yeah, you got Tourette's, but also, are you one of them racist motherfuckers with Tourette's?
The thing is,
Because if you
it's
are,
very possible.
then it makes sense why you said it, and you still in the wrong.
It's very possible that he could be racist, but this is something that all we can do is speculate because he is also the person that one of the movies, I think it's a movie called I Swear or Swear, either I Swear or Swear. But it was also a part of this award show where they were talking about his life. So it's proof that he really does have Tourette's. At the end of the day, though, who was editing? Because they could have took that out.
Yeah.
And then to follow up, the host. The host's apology was very, maybe it's a disconnect because it was very Brit-like and we're very American. But the apology didn't have any type of, it didn't have any feeling to it. He just sort of kind of said it. Like, if anybody is offended by this, we do have somebody in the audience who does have Tourette's, and those are tics happening in real time and yada yada. But it was very like grazed over to me. I didn't too tough care for the apology.
It didn't seem like there was a lot of like sympathy.
It didn't. It didn't really seem like they cared. This is the thing. What I want to know is, because we could all go back and forth about if it's real, if it's not. if it was appropriate, if it wasn't, because Jamie Foxx spoke out about it and said that it wasn't appropriate,
Yeah,
but
it
he
was
wasn't the only
inappropriate.
celebrity that had something to say. So a lot of people were rubbed the wrong way. What is it that everybody wanted to happen? What do you think?
Personally, I feel like, and if you ask me, I just would want, if you're gonna address the situation, address it in the most realist way possible. So shed light on the situation, but then also, show us that you care, right? It should not just be a, he got Tourette's, it happened, get over it type of feel. It should feel like, yes, this thing happened, we apologize on his behalf, and we are even sorry to you guys who were giving your speech at the time, like blah, blah, blah. Like, just make us, at least, even if it's not real, just make me feel like you actually give a fuck.
Yeah. Is it safe to say that that's very hard to do for the masses? You know what I'm saying?
It shouldn't be.
It's case to case. It's very hard to please social media in this day and age, for real. Like, it truly is. And where this is catching wildfire is social media. I feel like the resolve for it for me would have been, because it's not a live show, edit it out. But again, they didn't only keep in the edit where he screamed out the N-word. There were a bunch of other scenes as well throughout the award show where he did have tics, where he screamed out things that was also inappropriate. I'm not excusing it though, you know what I'm saying? But I genuinely believe that this is one of those things that the line is very, very thin. We'll never be able to put our finger directly on it, because if you have Tourette's and it really was a tic, then it really was a tic. There's nothing you can do about it. But if you have Tourette's and you just did that in the moment, we still can't put our finger on it, because you could always lean back on the fact of you got Tourette's. So it's a lose-lose. I genuinely don't feel like it's no type of way to where us as people would have been satisfied with anything outside of it just completely being edited out. Genuinely.
I honestly don't know what they really could have did outside of that once it made it past that point, because it's already out at that point. So, like, what can you do?
There's nothing
All you can do is, like I said, give us a real apology. But now, beforehand, I mean, the only thing I can think of is take the motherfucker out. Like, get out. You can't be. But I get it. I know it's not. It's discrimination.
Yeah.
It's discrimination because he can't help it. He got medical card. Blah 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 blah. But we got to do something. This is a live taping. We can hear you.
Yeah.
So, there has to be preventative measures for these things.
Yeah.
And I feel like there is. I just feel like somebody said, fuck it.
And like I said, that's what I would pose to our audience. Like, what would y'all have wanted to happen now that we are here? Like, or even before we got here, what would y'all have wanted to happen? I genuinely would like to know. To me, this is a cultural conversation because, one, we have to be educated on what Tourette's is, how tics happen, and like know the ins and outs of it for us to be able to sort of kind of wrap our minds around certain things. What makes it clickbait for me is the fact that it was kept into the edit, and though in Britain and like in London, the level of care when it comes to that word or like just certain things in general is completely different than what it is over in the US. I think that they know that would have incited a lot of clickbait, which will basically make people go over and watch their award show, and that's just really what it is.
For me, the award show itself, and Ryan Coogler, because that's how we even got to this topic, him winning the award, that is very cultural to me. I will say the idea of keeping the slur into it was possibly clickbait, and I could be wrong, but I think it was just clickbait with the idea to kind of like entice views.
Yeah.
Just kind of get the people going. Have a talking piece, we kind of need that these days, so everybody always finds that moment to say, this is the one that's going to take us out of here, this is how we're going to go viral, blah, 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 blah.
For sure. Everybody see what Rage Bait does. And
they have been doing it for a very, very long time. It's called agenda setting.
Yep. Well, that's that. Now, while we talk about people who have an agenda, we have to talk about the Michael Jackson biopic, because everybody is really excited about this. I think people are excited from more ways than one, just simply because I know like the family and the estate and everybody got to put their input in on this. So I think that it will be a representation that everybody would be proud to stand beside. But while we also talk about the fact that the biopic is released, we have to talk about, or about to come out, we have to talk about the fact that Sexy Red is also on the internet right now, like wildfire, with her Just Eat It.
Just eat it.
Yeah,
eat it.
her Just Eat It sample that she decided to do. Now, if y'all aren't aware, the state did speak out and let it be known that they did not clear this to be done. They do not support it and they will not clear it. But that has not stopped Sexy Red from playing this song for people in the studio and these videos surfacing online to the internet. I think that it's slightly distasteful of Sexy Red to disregard the fact that his estate has spoken up. I feel like at the beginning when she was just kind of playing around with it, we can excuse her slightly for that. But now that people have spoken up and said that they don't want that done with the music, I feel like out of respect, she should understand and dial it back. But obviously, Kuth and those things aren't really something that like aligns with her. She probably feel like, fuck it, we ball, I'm gonna do what I want.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, and I'm kind of with Sexy Red. Listen, y'all don't want me to put the song out. You're not gonna clear it. Cool. I can't make no money off of it. Okay.
You drop it anyway.
I fuck with Michael Jackson, but fuck it. I'm still gonna run my money up. I'm still gonna run this song up, and we gonna have a ball. Shit. And that's what Sexy Red doing. Sexy Red say, fuck that shit.
She is doing that.
She's just gonna have fun with the song now.
She need to actually go sit down and stop having fun and go learn how to make some proper music so she can sustain herself.
Red. This is how she sustains.
Is she?
Yes.
Is she really?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Sexy Red sustains by just continuing to do enough to get to the next level. It don't matter. My dog is on the road. She on the road back to back. She booked and busy through April.
No, your dog needs some etiquette classes.
She about to be on a whole concert in Miami. Tycoon.
She is. So this is the thing, right? I don't have a problem with Sexy Red at all. At all.
And you gotta remember, Sexy Red has like kind of crossed over into a whole nother pocket of fan base.
Continue what you're saying. You're saying that to say?
I say that to say, Sexy Red is kind of like, you might not fuck with her, right? You might not like a lot of her music. But right now for female rap, Sexy Red is kind of the most talked about artist.
Is she?
Is she?
She was a year and a half ago.
You can go and you can say Sexy Red and they don't know who you're talking about.
That don't mean she's the most talked about. They're aware of who she is, but
I
don't think nobody's talking about her. But that's not what you said. What you said was she's the most talked about, not people are aware of who she is.
She is. She talked about is awareness.
I think that she's the most talked about for not coming out with no real shit since Get It Sexy.
But that's all she needs.
No.
Is conversation.
Okay, so cool.
Conversation keep her booked.
I think people who don't have talent, all they need is conversation. With that being said, I think that she could be equally as ratchet as she is because that's her audience. You know what I'm saying? Stay being that. But I do think at a certain point, it's like, where do you draw the line? And granted, I shouldn't expect no line. As a matter of fact, let me check myself because I'm delusional. I should not have expected a line for nobody who got booty hole brown lip gloss and gonorrhea. Excuse the hell out of me. Maybe I'm the one that have lost my mind. She is actually doing exactly what's on brand for her. I'm
As
just
I
sick of it.
always say, she's sticking to her Pinterest board.
I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick of it because I really want her. I think that she can be a girl who can sustain. Like how Glorilla came in. Glorilla had a different sound. She kind of had like a fun, theatrical kind of way of rapping. Like she'll say something that'll make you bust out laughing mid-verse while you rapping her song. And I think Sexy Red has a similar dynamic when it comes to just saying some off-the-wall shit that everybody feel like is actually hard. But I don't think that in this time, I don't think that they rode her wave the way that they should have rode her wave. They should have been preparing her to sustain, and it don't give that nobody is preparing her to sustain for real. She also, by being so ratchet, and to a certain extent, she's also capping herself off at just being hood famous. I'm sick of that shit. You got to want something outside of just being like sort of kind of hood famous or a certain level of famous. It's like level up. Now you got the space and opportunity. You should want to know more. You should be actually hungry to figure out how do you become a sustainable artist. So the fact that she don't want that just goes to show that she got in the mix of it to really get some money. So for me, I don't really respect people who don't really put no real artistic direction towards the art of what it is that they doing. She jumped in that shit because she saw people like City Girls. She jumped in that shit because she saw that TikTok was making people hot. It's not giving want to be a real artist and make some real shit. It's not. And I'm sick of it. Granted, it's on brand. I hate it though.
And that's what I was gonna say. So after your TED
It's
talk,
on brand.
if you really look at Sexy Red, and you know, Sexy Red, the crazy part is she done took over Michael Jackson's whole segment.
She did. This is the Sexy Red segment.
So when you think about Sexy Red, though, you gotta also understand, right? What she is doing right, even if you don't like the music, what she is doing right is feeding her fan base exactly what they want. You know, a lot of artists, they kind of get caught up in the idea of they start one way and then they switch to something totally different and they lose their entire fan base. What Sexy is doing a good job of doing is, I feel like, is she's keeping them comfortable right where they are. And when she do kind of make a switch, they'll probably be receptive of it because we've been riding the wave of you so long that when you change, all we want to do is just champion your growth. So I feel like what she's doing is not all that bad, and it keeps her on the road because a lot of artists at her level are struggling to stay on the road. Love City Girls to death, but they're not on the road touring for artistry. They're just popping up at clubs. And when I say they, I'm just really just Young Miami because JT, she's doing shows. But Sexy Red, out of that crew, she's performing. Sukihana not performing. Sukihana just in the clubs. Sexy is actually getting paid to be on big stages and show her ass, and in a literal sense.
That's fair. That's fair. I just, again, I want her to make some better music. I want her to make something that had the same impact as Get It Sexy. I want something that had that same impact.
Trinidad, I hope you heard that.
The way they had niggas screaming it too, like they getting it sexy as well. It was great. And I don't like people that can only cook up greatness like that one time. We ain't seen it again. She might be performing, she might be all of that, but we ain't seen it again. And it's about time we see it again.
Plus, too, she had a good run for like the Ratchet era.
It's about time we see it again.
All I'm nervous about, and I agree with you, is that she won't sustain past that era. Once that era really dies out, what happens next? Because everybody's not gonna be Ratchet forever. And if they are, it's just gonna be a new level of Ratchet. She's like raunchy Ratchet.
Like, which it's space for her being raunchy Ratchet.
At some point, that whole era is gonna pass. Just like when we had like overly sexual, because these girls not as overly sexual as the ones from our days. You know, and they thought they was overly sexual. So it's like, once that era passes, how does she still sustain? Now, before we go too deep in Sexy Red, because I did want to continue to talk about Michael Jackson biopic, because you guys, if y'all don't know, like, this biopic is actually about to be epic. I don't think we've ever had a Michael Jackson project to this level. One, because the family is involved. But two, you know, we had the Jackson 5 movie, and we had, you know, that extra long ass movie.
Yeah, and we've had other smaller Michael Jackson movies. We had the concert that premiered in the movie theater,
which was like a documentary movie. But this is like the biopic. The family's behind it. His nephew's playing him. Like, it's a lot of different layers to this that I'm so excited to see. And then in slew of this, I don't know if you saw it, but his nephew Taj Jackson also spoke out to Oprah during this time of the promotion of it to kind of let her know he felt as though she owed his family an apology for how she tried to bait him into saying some compromising things on an interview that he did with her years ago. Now, if you ask me, I saw the interview and I felt the same way. Now, some people might disagree and say she's just doing her job, but I also feel like you do, and you know, I could be wrong, I could be biased, that I feel like you have almost like this unsaid duty to your people to still protect them, because one, we don't know. Like, you don't know the facts. Nobody really knows the facts. Everything is speculation. So for you to ask them questions that could potentially get him wrapped up in a situation to say like he actually did something wrong with these killed children. Not saying he did it, not saying he did, but for you to actually put him in a position to where he had to answer that, and you know he's currently on trial for that. That is what I didn't agree with. I felt like it was tasteless. Because you could have just been more direct with your questioning. That's why he sung to your ass.
I genuinely feel like if she was more direct, then that would have been distasteful. I think the scenic route that she tried to create to ask the question naturally had to happen. She would not be a thorough journalist if she sat down with him and did not attempt at no way, shape, or form to ask him that question. Whether she was asking for being direct or creating a scenario. So I think that she had to do that.
Did she?
Yes, she would be doing a disservice
to whom? Her show?
Her audience.
Her show?
To the role that she signed up for as a journalist. Her job is to... The thing is, you can't be mad at her for asking the question. He should have been prepared with the proper answer to be able to square it away.
Oh, he gave her the proper answer.
He started singing, as you should. Do whatever the fuck you gotta do to not answer the question. But she's not wrong for asking the question. And that's the part that I think everybody has to understand. And like you said, it wasn't direct. If it was more direct, then everybody would have really had something to say. It wasn't really direct. So,
see, but the directness of it would have probably changed the idea of what she was trying to get across, because how she did it seemed kind of snakish. Like, you trying to trip me into something.
I mean, we would have to go back and actually like watch the full interview, because we all know that when you just take clips to stuff, it's easy to doctor it up. There's no context if you are only just watching a 30-second clip or a minute and some change.
Really.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because
like,
the whole
you don't
episodes
know.
are edited and clipped before they even put to the public.
Exactly. So it's like we don't know what steps was taken for it to seem like it was as tasteful as possible. And in the editing process, it was edited in a way to now it's starting to seem distasteful to consumers. But there's no way that nobody in that time that had that level of notoriety and that type of thing going on to think that that question would not arise or anything close in that ballpark or that arena would come up. I'm almost sure his team probably told her, don't ask him none of that. He's not going to address none of that or whatever the case may be. But again, her as a journalist, unfortunately, she kind of have to push the pen. It's just like being on the scene of a car accident and you're interviewing the family, but this family just got T-boned by a truck and 3 people in the car died. That reporter is supposed to be getting the story. Does it come off distasteful as hell to everybody there that's affected? 1,000%. But is it their job? Yes, it is. So it gets sketchy in that area. It does. And I get how it can compromise one's integrity, and I get how it can make them look a little weird. But again, a job is being done.
What do you feel about Taj's comments as a whole?
I don't think Oprah owes nobody an apology. I think Taj need to focus on what's in front of Taj's face, Bookie Butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, why dig up the old? Let it be what it was. I'm sure his family members had something to say. I'm sure his team had something to say, all that. Taj, baby, you 20-something years later, wrap this shit up. Now, I done did what I did. It is what it is, and we are where we are. It's kind of how I feel. He is entitled to feel whatever it is that he feel, but I don't think she owes them anything. I don't.
That's fair.
I think that this whole conversation in general is definitely for the culture in more ways than one. The Michael Jackson biopic, definitely for the culture. I think that Taj saying whatever it was that he felt or bringing up a moment of the past, speak your truth, say whatever you feel, you know what I'm saying? I think that was clickbaity though, just to probably somehow, some way get Oprah and or Oprah's connections and network or whatever to kind of pay back attention to that Jackson franchise overall. So I think his statement was very clickbaity with intent to drive it to what they got going on right now. And then I think what Sexy Red got going on is very clickbaity too, because she obviously ain't got no music that she want to put out that's worth being for the culture. And that's my TED Talk.
I definitely agree. I think the biopic itself is for the culture, and everything else behind that is strictly clickbait to drive traffic. and it's really driving traffic back to the biopic for real.
Yeah. Now, while we talk about films, we have to also talk about the fact that Lorenz Tate and Nia Long will be teaming up again to give us that undeniable chemistry on camera for a film called Don't Ever Wonder.
Let's go.
It is supposed to be mimicking some things from Maxwell's first album. And I'm excited to see what happens because I think that they have some of the most amazing, undeniable chemistry.
Yes.
And they work together so well in more ways than one. And we've seen them do it in so many different ways. And not to mention, we will also see them in the Michael Jackson biopic because both of them are in it as well. It just goes to show that all these years later, how cultural all of the shows or movies or moments where they popped up as a unit or both were just in something that it was extremely impactful.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see what this film is supposed to be about. I'm almost sure that it is a love story of some sort.
With Love Jones being one of my favorite movies, I already look forward to seeing this because just to see Lorenz Tate and Nia Long on screen together and their chemistry and all of that good stuff that goes along with it, you know, my little mush heart is gonna be like, oh.
I really wanted them to be together in real life, but
well,
I guess they probably just played a role very well together.
I think Nia Long probably like thugs.
Obviously, she do. That's why she interviewed Jeezy. Think we don't know. Think we don't know. We know, TT. We ain't mad at it. Do you think this movie is gonna be for the culture?
Yes.
Undeniably.
I think just the idea that they're reminiscing of Maxwell, then the whole idea of Nia Long and him being together in this movie, down to the idea that their chemistry kind of makes good for TV.
Yeah.
I feel like it's definitely going to be for the culture.
I hope that they walk us through his whole album, like literally using the songs to somewhat tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of like excited to see what happens, but I think that this is undeniably for the culture even before it comes out.
I don't know what the budget is for this movie, but I hope it's pretty high so we can hear every song from the project in the movie.
Yeah, this is definitely for the culture.
All right. Now, while we talk about things for the culture, I think this is for the culture of rap beef because I haven't seen no rap beef like this in a little second.
Mm-hmm.
50 Cent and T.I. come to the front.
Not for real.
Now, y'all, if y'all don't know, if you have not been keeping up online, 50 Cent and T.I. has been going head to head. And I can't even say a rap battle because 50 Cent ain't got no words for T.I. on no raps. But what he did have is, you know, a little memes here and there.
Yeah, always.
And a little clapbacks. But he ain't said too much. Now, T.I. done put out a whole video and a song all in the span of 48 hours. Two songs in the span of 48 hours. And a music video.
Yeah.
And his son that came with some diss talking. So it's a whole lot going on. So we got to start from the beginning, just in case y'all got missed.
Yeah, so for those of you that missed it, in a recent interview, T.I. sat down and expressed what his grievances was behind this whole versus thing. He let it be known that in private, him and 50 Cent had a conversation about them doing the verses. 50 okayed them doing the verses. He told T.I., you go out, you make the announcement, and when you make the announcement, I will accept the challenge. That was the conversation that was had a year or so ago, right? Fast forward, T.I. comes out and makes, that's what he said in the interview.
No, my spidey senses.
Started tingling.
They started tingling.
Now, once T.I. finally made it known to the public about the verses, 50 automatically took his hands off and act like he ain't want to have nothing to do with it. He also took to his social media to post some old clips of Tip back when he had his case going on and when he did the little police commercial or whatever, basically trying to hint at him being a rat. And from that point forward, it has literally just been thing after thing after thing after thing after thing. Now, as of this past week, 50 decided to post a picture of Tiny on his page. And basically in the caption, he basically told them, like, y'all better leave me alone. Like, y'all keep it pushing before he really get into some things, basically. To sum it up with a picture of Tiny. King, T.I.'s son, did not like that, did not care for that. He felt like you bought my mama in it, we finna go for your mama. And then it went mama for mama things. And I genuinely do not believe that King is wrong.
I don't believe he's wrong either.
I don't think he's wrong either. I feel like you got some people that you got to, like, they go low, you go hell. 50 is one of them people that you got to get back with like that. Like, he truly feel like he can size any and everybody. So just sometimes you do kind of like gotta get in there with certain people. Granted, it is like a OG to OG thing, so I understand how like that's out of King's class of things to
like
do.
Stay out of grown folks.
Yeah, because it's grown folks' business, and it's like you not really a grown folk. Like you a young folk. Like you just really got here. So I get that side of things.
But that's his mama, so
But yes,
he gonna come to his mom's rescue.
Naturally.
Now, what I am gonna say, and this is why I say I started thinking, I'm gonna be pissed if all of this comes down to y'all actually doing this versus and all this was for promo.
For promo, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
You and T.I. done got behind the scenes, because both of y'all are actors. Let's not forget.
Yep.
You guys act.
Yep.
Y'all done got behind the scenes and said, you know what, we're gonna cause a whole debacle. It's gonna be believable because I'm gonna piss you off so hard that it's gonna look crazy if you don't respond.
Mm-hmm.
Because 50 Cent still ain't give me no diss record, and I'm trying to figure out why. Now, I know he's not a battle rapper, but we ain't never said you couldn't really rap. Now, maybe you not rapping like T.I., but I ain't saying you don't know what to do something when you gotta get in the booth. Give us something, because if I don't get something, I'm gonna feel like this is a setup.
I think 50 not gonna give us nothing. I think 50 genuinely feel like I don't fucking owe y'all nothing. Go watch my show. Like, go stream my shows. Fuck is y'all talking about? I ain't got to make music no more ever again. That nigga gotta make music. That's how 50 feel. He don't give a fuck about responding to that or putting out no diss or nothing like that. If anything, he will put out a whole fucking 3 to 6 episode trailer about behind the Harrises or some shit before he actually like release some music. So I'm not.
50 Cent would definitely do a parody show about
yes,
T.I.
like,
and family.
He had cheesed the fuck out of them by wasting a budget to do some shit like that, or not even wasting it. He would actually make the shit immaculate as fuck to where it does great and it's #1 on Netflix type shit. So I don't expect him to make no response as far as like music goes, but I expected him to take the challenge of the verses. Why not? Why not? I mean, granted, we all know that T.I. is going to take the W because, granted, people listen to 50 Cent, and I mean, to each his own. Everybody got their own little thing going on, but Tip had us all.
Yeah.
50 had a selective group of people, a region of people.
And 50 had, like, selective records.
Yeah.
Like, and maybe, once again, I could be a young nigga, too.
Me too.
I never had, like, a full 50 album that I cared about, but I had records that I liked.
Same.
Now, T.I., I mean, even the same thing with him, I had records that I liked, but I can listen to a full body of his work and like, actually listen.
Yeah.
It's not background noise.
Yeah, for sure. I ain't mad at it. Now, in this battle as well, I don't know if y'all saw, because 50 did a post and delete. Miss Tina Knowles stepped into it and posted a video of Tiny, just like a compilation video of Tiny, just basically trying to give her flowers, say like, you're a lovely lady, beautiful. We love you, you're beautiful, whatever the case may have been. And 50 posted Tina.
Yeah, and he said, grandma stepping in, kids getting out of line. This shit is crazy.
No, it's getting out of hand.
And he was like, I'm not gonna say it. Cause I guess he was gonna really say something disrespectful about Miss Tina, but he changed his mind. So
this is my thing. Why you held back on her? Once you posted her, you need to go ahead. Because
you know who to fuck with.
Obviously. And that is why I feel like T.I. family can respond the way that they respond. If all his sons wanted to go in on that nigga, fuck it, everybody get a turn. I feel like they deserve that because 50 is picking and choosing who he want to try. He try who he feel like the little dogs is.
Or it's because he know this whole thing is a facade.
It is.
And he said, Miss Tina, stay out of this because you don't know what's really going on, so I'm going to leave you alone.
I don't know. I don't put it past
It can go either way, y'all. It can go either way.
It really could go either way because we know that people do a lot of clickbaity shit to create the culture sometime. And
50 Cent, I don't think it's above him.
No, he is king of clickbait bullshit. So what would you say? I know your wheels turning.
If I gotta throw in my bid today, I'm running with it's fake. I'm running with this is a whole clickbait situation.
Yeah.
And only time will tell. And I could be wrong. I'm not always right. I could very well be wrong. But something here ain't sitting all the way there. And so I'm going to run with that.
I think it's definitely for the culture. I think that the timing of it is... Wait, I think it's for the culture? Okay, so let me tell y'all what part I think is for the culture. The part that's for the culture to me is T.I. just...
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Going in, just getting straight in the
Yes.
booth and handling business. Granted, it is also a little clickbaity at the same time because T.I. just released his new song. So it's like, this is a good time for some beef to brew up for you to be like in the booth, really going in.
And T.I. has been working on a project.
And he's been working on a project. That's my point. So it's like, it has clickbaity elements to it as well. And then it's like, who else is the best person to go at to make this rollout seem so believable other than 50 Cent the troll himself? So it's like, I kind of with you, Dante, on I get how it's clickbaity, but I guess we gotta lay around for it and see what happens.
Get your popcorn.
But shout out to T.I. for getting in the booth and actually releasing some dope ass music in this process. Whatever the fuck you got to do to fuel up, my boy.
Cause you know Damani ain't said nothing yet.
No.
And that's the rapper.
Buddy Red ain't said nothing either. I would have released the country something. Dig your mama up. Smoking on the pipe tonight. I showed up with a country disc record. Y'all would have me fucked up about my mama. So I'm with the kids, but whatever. Now, you guys, while we are having conversations about stuff that was just like going around like wildfire on social media, another conversation popped up where SZA, her, and Ella Mai names all got brought up as a potential Supergirl group. Now, somebody took to their X account to basically say that they think that those three young ladies would make an amazing R&B group. So this...
I like them all separately, but I'm not going to lie to you. I don't want to hear them all together.
I don't know how I feel about hearing them all
I
together.
feel like they're going to be on top of each other. Ella Mai, you know, she got her Best Life Festival. She got her accent. You know, her, SZA... I ain't never heard her and SZA on a record again. It's just a lot. I don't know.
So this is the thing. I think the person's concept that they came up with was like really dope. Like it was cute. It was cute. They said the group name could be She.
She by Sheree.
You see, that's kind of cute. The group name could be She. They said that they could see SZA being like the attitudinal, spicy friend. They could see Ella Mai being like the lovey-dovey friend. And then they could see her being like the artsy instrumentalist friend. And it's like, it's very fitting when
They
you...
naming Powerpuff Girls.
Basically.
Not a singing group.
Well, maybe they could get a movie role
I need to know
or
if the
something
harmonies
together.
mesh well together.
These are things to think
how
about.
do y'all layer these songs? Like, how does that sound? Because like Destiny Child, we know they were meant to be together. Because the way they harmonize, you know, you got that tenor, that alto, that soprano, all of them hitting the right spaces. That's what I wanted. SZA is a fucking cursive singer.
She does sing in cursive.
Her is a whisper singer, and Ella Mai has a strong accent.
This is fair.
Where are we going?
To the circus.
Come on, Vamonos.
It sounds like a circus. A lot happening. I think that the conversation was just interesting. Definitely, obviously, a very clickbaity conversation. Because we don't know how those voices would pair together, but I thought the concept was cute. No?
Cute is for puppies.
True. Whatever then.
If you ain't say the concept was sexy, that means you ain't fully sold either.
True. Because they should give us sexy. All three of them together, they give like a different version of sexy too.
Now, if you said her, Jasmine Sullivan, and let's see who else, and Ari Lennox, I can probably hear that.
Oh, burn down the building.
I can probably
now,
hear that.
vocally, yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
That group is
Vocally.
not gonna work though.
Now, synergy-wise, that's something totally different.
No, ma'am. No,
But
ma'am.
vocally?
Yeah. I could take that vocally. Cool. Whatever. Deal. Break. We out of there. That's clickbait. Not for the culture.
Well, this is definitely clickbait. Now, other than stuff that's clickbait, we do have some things that are for the culture, which is Jay-Z. He just re-released Dead Presidents as a part of the anniversary release on, February 20th.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this was a pretty dope thing to do because all of his core fan base will eat this up. They loved it. They have been talking about it on Twitter and Threads ever since it dropped. So I think that was definitely a good move for him to do. And then I saw something else on Instagram where they showed that he changed the punctuation over his name.
Yes.
On title.
Yes.
Which was kind of unique to see.
I did see that too.
I just want to see the story behind it, so I didn't go into depth to find out why he actually did that, but I do want to see why, and I am going to do some extra research to find out.
Yeah, I think that this is exciting because I feel like, again, his core audience has been waiting on him to do something. Granted, I don't think that they was thinking like OG deluxe version of Dead President's album. I don't think they were thinking that, but I think that it's good to give them something. Granted, Jay-Z, this is a direct call to you. Your audience want to hear some new music from you.
Well, he told y'all he retired.
I know, but dang, you ain't got nothing hidden in the chamber somewhere. I know you got something hidden in the chamber somewhere that's fire enough for you to put it out and everybody feel like they got new music, because it will be new music to the audience. That'd be my biggest thing with people when they say they retire. And granted, I mean, he said he retired and he actually has stuck to it. You know what I'm saying? People be saying they retire and they be lying.
Granted, he didn't stick to it the first time, but it seemed like after the second time,
he definitely stuck
to it.
But
he was like, all right, I'm done.
I feel like he has some air quote throwaway music. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it genuinely is throwaway music, but I think that he has something that he could feed his core audience with. And I don't know what or why he is choosing not to, which he's truly a calculated person. So I'm sure there's a major reason why he is not. But the people want it. The people act like they need it. And hey.
Well, he said he's going to make the people work for it. Because when it come out, it better go diamond first day. That's what he wants.
Listen, I know that's right. Now, while we talk about this Jay-Z topic, I think we have to also talk about the fact that I read something online where it was saying that his net worth has gone up as well since the redropping of this Dead Presidents thing. I don't want to say the number wrong, so somebody could fact check me, but I think it's around like 600 million.
I don't know, but I know one thing, shit, if it did, you already rich.
Yeah.
You just gonna get richer.
Again, I could be saying that wrong because, again, we already know that Jay-Z is Jay-Z. So wherever the net worth lands, it's completely out of this ballpark.
I ain't gonna lie, and this is probably totally separate from that whole conversation, part of the conversation, but do you actually feel like when they be having their network online, that be real? Because sometimes I be feeling like that's just what they tell us or what we can prove they have.
That is real.
Other than that,
I think it's real. I think it's as real gets for that demographic of people, because what you have to realize is there's money talked off in different places that is not being accounted for real. So it's real as far as like on paper factual, like you can go like see and look up statements type of thing real. Sometimes I think it is more.
So the stuff that's public.
Yes, I think it's more though. Genuinely, I believe it's more.
For sure.
That's just the number that's on the internet. Now, I would say that this right here is definitely for the culture, but will be even more for the culture is if we get some new music.
I think it's for the culture regardless, whether it's new or old.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Either way. Now, you guys, we have to also talk about Jaydon, because Chris Brown recently, gave some words of encouragement to Jaydon after one of his performances, and basically said, like, Jaydon is keeping R&B ever changing, basically making it to where R&B artists do not fit a specific mold or look or style, and that he wants to wish Jaydon well and blessings on his journey as he finds himself as an artist. And I think that that's very fitting, because just coming off of our New Year episode that we had, I stated that Jaydon is the artist that I feel like everybody should watch for this year.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he has great potential. I think that he has the vocals. I think that he has the look. My biggest hiccup with him is the fact that he's so tall and that he just be dancing in front of people like that. That's my only thing with him, for real. But I'm not mad at it at the same time because I get how that makes him who he is.
Right.
It's just, I'm still trying to get into it. Just bear with me.
So I'm not gonna lie, like I actually really like Jaydon because one of the top songs on my phone right now is Lullaby.
True.
So ever since that record came out, I've been like playing it back to back. And just like you, I said it last year at the end of the year, like Jaydon will be the artist to watch for me for R&B.
Yeah.
Now, do I agree with Chris Brown's statement? Yes. But do I disagree somewhere? Yes.
Yes.
Where I disagree is where he said R&B, he shows what R&B artists don't fit in the mold. No. He is the
a
R&B
replica.
starter pack.
Let's be clear.
The R&B boy starter pack.
Yes, he is. And we've been saying that from the beginning of the time. We have been saying, like, you can tell that there are some OG people that got their hands on him because he is his rollout and just how he presents himself.
I can tell Usher is in the freaking room.
Yes.
Like, he's a replica.
That was you. I sent you the video of him rehearsing.
Yeah.
His rehearsal director, OG. Somebody old. You know what I'm saying? That's been working with talent forever. No disrespect to anybody in that aspect, but he does, to me, need that young man touch. He don't need a YN touch. He need like that young man touch. Just something a little more youthful.
What I appreciate though about it all, like all jokes aside, I do appreciate that we can see his artist journey. Because what's gonna happen for Jaydon is what we usually say that we want to happen for a lot of these other artists is that moment where they get championed because we watched them grow right in our faces.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't know that Jaydon was the voice on Lion King.
Yep.
And he did the song. And then they also didn't know that he played the little boy in Littles with Marsai Martin.
He did.
So he's been around for a while. Like Jaydon has even been signed before he became a teenager. He was already on a label. They just had to wait till he got of age to start pushing him.
Right.
So he has been being developed for quite some time. And once this story is really told to the masses and they really start to catch on, Jaydon's fan base is gonna grow massively just because of that.
Yeah.
Because he's actually doing artist development.
Yeah.
And we're seeing, and we're bearing witness to it.
Yeah.
So once he take off and he out of here, he gonna have everybody. So right now he probably dancing and shit because they say, well, they need something for him to stand out. Because honestly, there is no dancing ass R&B niggas right now.
Not.
And he's the only one who's doing it vaguely good. Like he can dance.
Yeah.
So it works for him, and he's tall as hell, so you remember it. So even if you don't like it, it's like
it's memorable.
You remember that little slinky ass nigga dancing, but he can sing though.
Yeah.
The motherfucker can sing.
Yeah.
You remember that. So I think it works for him, and I think once they get him to that level to where they can say, all right, turn off the singing, turn on the sexy, he's gonna stop dancing.
Yeah.
I think it's literally following the Usher blueprint.
Yeah, just
because
trying
Usher
to show that he's a
danced
full
all through
artist.
his teenage years.
Yeah.
And then he danced as an adult too. But there was a moment where Usher went from just being like this singing and dancing teenager to a singing and dancing grown man.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna take him through that same exact journey.
For sure. For sure. I agree with that. I think that just watching Jaydon's matriculation through the industry and just kind of grow, I think that is definitely for the culture. I think Chris Brown stamping and saying something about a young man that he sees coming up in the R&B world who can dance, who can sing, and who can perform. I think it's only right that Chris Brown is the next person that stamp him, regardless of how much people try to disregard Chris Brown. He is our version of our Usher.
Did you know
what I'm
that
saying?
Jaydon is supposed to be on tour with Marcus Houston?
I did know that.
So
I did, and that's very fitting as well. Back with the OGs.
Right.
Back with the OGs.
But even that is dope because it even shows how all the OG R&B guys are champion him as well.
Yeah.
So it kind of almost makes it a no-brainer that you're going to be ushered into like the next guy.
Yeah.
Because you onto with Marcus Houston opening up for him. You got Usher behind you.
Yep.
And you got all of Usher's people behind you. You have Chris Brown, who just co-signed you.
Yep.
Like, really, you got all the heavy hitters in music right now just like on you.
Yep.
So it only goes up from there.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, me too. Now, while we're talking about excited to see some things that's happening, now I haven't watched Housewives in a very, very long time, but somebody who's joining the cast that might get my eyes onto the TV is K. Michelle.
We love K.
K. Michelle is good for TV. I don't care what nobody says. The lady is good for TV. Shit.
She is, and to me, I literally just started singing one of K. Michelle's songs that she disapproved.
Don't talk about that lady.
I know. Okay, I'm sorry. But K. Michelle had some of the most viral TV moments ever. Granted, I think that the K. Michelle that we're going to be reintroduced to will be a woman who has a lot more grace about herself.
Fuck that. She's already going at it with Drew Sidora online.
Granted, everybody go at it with Drew. That's just a thing. I don't know why. I think it's just a thing, but I think she gonna give us a little bit of that spicy Kimberly, and then she's also gonna give us that I've been in Nashville, being a country girl, very pleasant vibes, which has always been K. Michelle coded.
Do it again. You had the accent for a second.
What, the Nashville country girl? I don't think I hit it that time, but
you ain't hit it that time. The first time you hit it was on point.
Nashville country girl. Okay. So I think she's gonna try to serve us that, her Southern Belle side, which has always been her thing.
Yeah.
But K. Michelle will also be on the show, but Pinky Cole will also be on the show, which is also very cutesy. And for you guys who don't know who Pinky Cole is, she is the owner of Slutty Vegan. So that's going to be really, really dope as well. So I'm excited to see. I like Atlanta Housewives. That is one of the franchises that I actually do still watch. And I think by bringing people in like K. Michelle and Pinky Cole, and we might also see like little pop-ins or somewhat from Nene Leakes, as well, as she's been talking about buzz about her supposing to be around the franchise again. I think this season might be something to actually watch.
Now, who do you think will have the best punchlines from that season? K. Michelle, if Nene Leakes was their Nene, Phaedra, or Portia?
She is a broom. Her husband's a girl. I'ma go with K. Michelle for the best like punchlines. I'm gonna go with K. Michelle. What the hell? K. And I think the reason why I'm gonna go with K is because we end up connecting in so many different ways. I think her being from where she's from, I think that her things that she decided to say gonna hit a little harder. Cause I kind of get it, in a sense. But Phaedra is another one that had really good green screen moments. Like her little Southern Belle jokes or little auntie jokes and things that she be saying, it actually be very tea and very funny. So I don't know, but I'm gonna give it to K.
Okay, I can give it to K too.
I'm gonna give it to K.
I think K brings like the fire.
Yeah, me too.
Like she brings the fire.
Me too.
Like, not just the witty comebacks in the mouth, though. She actually brings, like, I got that heat.
Yeah.
And I'm not scared of nobody.
I'm with it, and I'm so here for K. Michelle.
So, I would say, I don't know. I think that's for the culture.
Yeah. We got to see. We got to see now. Yeah, I can't be on that fight
well, let me take that back. I'm gonna say that's clickbait for now.
It is clickbait. The trailer is clickbait.
Because they needed them on the show.
The people they added was clickbait. Yes, they needed it because the Atlanta franchise was so like slowly but surely declining in a sense. And I feel like their last season was good. I think the last season was fairly strong, but I think this season, depending on who they chose, was going to be extremely pivotal for that overall brand. So I think with the people that they chose TV with K. Michelle, they chose business with Pinky Cole, and then they bought they got a little speculation of OG Nene Links, which is gonna be TV and personality and business all mashed up too. So we shall see. So I'm gonna say clickbait too. Now, we have to talk about some music because we do have some things going on out there. Now, we got Young Miami who decided to release her 2 tracks. She released
Tea Time
and Newsflash. Now, out of these 2 songs, I'm going to go with Newsflash for 1,000. And the reason I'm going to go with Newsflash is because I feel like Young Miami is telling us a story. I like when people walk us through their journey. It's very, bitch, don't make me put my wig in a rubber band. And I can appreciate that because it's her sitting pretty Carisha, put up Carisha with all the money. It's putting her to the back burner and letting us see the real version of her and how she even got here, where she got her hustle from, where her heart come from, where her ambition come from, and all of that. So I like that side of Young Miami because I think when you think about the city girls, a lot of the time all you think is scamming, running up on niggas, money, bags, purses, B&T, all this other stuff. So I like that song because it's kind of grungy. Like, it give us some background.
When I listen to the record, I think the Newsflash record is actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
I think she kind of did her thing lyrically on there. I'm not going to lie to you. That's the first time I ever heard Young Miami sound that lyrical.
Yeah.
You know, whether she wrote
Miami
it or not,
and lyrical in the same
I don't
sentences.
even care. It sound good. She was able to carry the beat and she delivered it right. So I fuck with it on that. The Tea Time record, I feel like is one of those just trendy things.
Yeah.
I think she was just kind of going off the little finger snapping thing.
She trying to make it become a TikTok trend.
Right, because in true Young Miami fashion, we know her and City Girls as a unit to kind of create cultural moments like Flued Out, period, stuff like that. So I think she just took this, even though she didn't start this, it feels like she just was looking for a moment to kind of create something bigger out of it through her record.
Yeah.
Now, will it work? I don't know. I don't know how long the record actually lasts.
Yeah.
Because it's not technically a club record either.
No.
So I can't hear them playing it in the club. But I can hear like social media, TikTok, all that little shit happening.
Yeah.
Because even to the point Tyler reposted it. Now, do I think that was slightly petty? Yeah, it could be. But, hey, or it could be all out of support.
Yeah, it could have been out of support. I think the Tea Time record is fitting in the angle of them being social media people in general. Like, if you know, like from the beginning of time, they've always been social media people, from going on their lives together and people watching that or screen recording that and that ending up on blogs, to them just being the types to show themselves out, showing what they're doing all the time. So I think her taking a trendy statement, something like T, which is always affiliated with her name because she is very T. I think that it all like goes together. I think it all goes together. She is very T. So I think that's how she thought about it. I swear I think that's how she thought about it. In a very simple Miami girl way. She was like, I like the word T. I am T. I am the epitome of T. Clock that. And now we got a song. And that is literally how she probably came up with her song. So yeah, I'm not a fan of that one. But I do see how TikTok will probably have a time with that. And I get how TikTok can be, at this point, a focal point for marketing. Because look what TikTok did for stuff like Kalani Spo did. Look what TikTok did for Tyler Chanel, or just Tyler in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, look at what TikTok has done for so many people. So I think that at this point, it has become a branch within the marketing plan to do something that's TikTokable. So easiest way to get her trending, easiest way to get her back in motion, easiest way to get her name back in the mix.
I do feel like she's in an uncomfortable space, though, because she's in that space where, like, fans still want to like her, but then they also want to hate her all at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, they still want to villainize her for shit that really should not matter. But then at the same time, they want to like her.
Now, she also is slick confirming certain stuff. Like, I know y'all see that she played with Can't Stop, Won't Stop and put that in there.
Yeah.
She playing with certain shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like letting it be known that she probably still sort of kind of got Diddy back.
That she ain't going nowhere.
No, it's not giving going nowhere.
One of the verses said, hold her nigga down.
It literally, she said it can't stop, won't stop, and then she went into the hold a nigga down thing right after that. She said something else in it as well that referenced Diddy too that I can't think of at the moment, but when he come home, she gonna be with him.
She gonna be right out front with the sign.
Yep. And hey, so be it. So be it, man. To each his own. Everybody need love at some point in their life.
Hey, I'm with you when you're right.
No, seriously. Now, that right there, Carisha music. No.
Clickbait.
Carisha music
I love you, Carisha, but it's clickbait.
Yeah, it's clickbait. It's clickbait.
But it's good clickbait.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's good clickbait that made us say, let's break this down. It's good clickbait that made us say Carisha and lyrical in the same sentence. That is what you call progression. Then, I'm serious, Dante. Then, she actually like rode the beat good on Newsflash. So it's like, okay. And she telling the story. So these are the reasons why this is good clickbait. She's also addressing some of the industry related things about her not being able to make music, about her relationship, about Diddy and all those things. My dog
grew up on food stamps. She had to get it any means necessary.
So you see, these are all the things that make this clickbait, but good clickbait at the same time. About time, Carisha. About time.
I'm here for it.
Me too.
Now, before we get up out of here.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip just hopped in.
Word of the day, the chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll. Word of the day, chlorophyll. We could take it. Whatever.
Use it in a song.
Chlorophyll. This is hard, man. What? Use it in a song.
I got my chlorophyll.
I should have knew it was going to be an R&B song for you. You're going to start singing. I'm better off rapping.
Go ahead, give us a rap, Lil Nicky.
Nah. Lil Nicky is crazy. We ain't fucking with her right now.
Oh, you off the train?
Yeah, they dropped me off at Barb Station because, like...
Oh. You on the Megan train now. You a hottie.
I would never...
Don't do Megan like that.
No,
She married.
No, she's not. I would never. I don't want to be on that train. I don't want to be on nobody's train, as a matter of fact. But yes.
Choo-choo.
Well, that has been our episode, you guys, because I can't think of no rap or no song with chlorophyll, and I don't know what he want me to say. But I do advise y'all to get some because it does some really great things for your body. It does really great things for your body. So try it out. It helps with your red blood cells, you know what I'm saying? Like, it helps with body odor and different things like that. If you like your breath to smell better, if you like your sweat to smell better.
If you don't want to smell like stink when you in the gym.
Exactly. Like, in the gym, be very the word of the day is chlorophyll. For all y'all gym goers, because it be funky in there. And I just started going there like 2 months ago. And it do be stank. Y'all need some of that. It helped cut down some of the bad bacteria. The bad bacteria in your stomach and stuff like that. So it'll help you cut down cravings and all of that extra stuff too. So
I drank my chlorophyll.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Now, take us on out of here, Johnson.
I guess I'm Johnson. Well, you guys, this has been another great episode of Culture Clickbait. I'm your girl, Deja E.
And I'm your boy, Dante Brown, like the color brown, not the brownie.
And y'all know we take the hottest headlines in music, sports, and entertainment, and we save it for the culture.
Or simply just for clicks.
Period. Y'all come back and see us.
And we out. 5.
My iPad died after the first topic.